So let's talk about design in abstract painting. In the sketchbook I have stuck down a range of collage paper, and I've made sure that I've got really strong contrast between light and dark. I've just placed them randomly, but making sure that they're sort of distributed sort of evenly throughout the two pages. I've just spreading thinly with my colour shaper some nice warm paint colour over the top, and making sure that I could still see the collage underneath. Okay, so now I'm coming in with a darker, cooler colour. So that's opposite to what I've put on before. So this is dark, a dark colour, it's cool, and it will work nicely with the warm colour that I've already placed on the painting. And I'm just distributing this around the composition, but I'm connecting it up to the dark bits of collage that I've got there, the black shapes that I've got in the collage. So with the sharp edge of the colour shaper I can create those nice sharp edges, and then with the comb I'm just sort of disrupting some of the paint just to build a little bit of texture. Now I've mixed a light colour, so I'm really concentrating on strong lights and strong darks, and I'm coming around and just sort of getting some nice sharp edges and creating some curves, and just sort of trying to simplify the composition, looking for repeating some of the shapes that I've got and repeating some of the curves, and just sort of spreading this, distributing this colour throughout the composition as well. So I want nice strong straight edges. I want to keep really clean, strong contrast between light and dark. So looking at the design now, looking at where the strongest lights and darks are, they're sort of evenly distributed throughout the composition, and that's what I want at this stage. I've also sort of created a large area of dark on the right hand side, and I've got smaller shapes and areas of dark on the left hand side. So now with the pencil, now I'm just sort of going to bring detail into the composition with the pen as well, just sort of light on light, just bringing detail and mark making and making interesting sort of effects on the surface, so that when you come in close you get nice little surprises. So as you can see, I'm using colours that I've already got in the composition. So this green is already sort of, I've already got a sort of a limey green in there. The blue, I've already got a blue. I'm not introducing any new colour. I'm keeping the palette reasonably limited because I don't want it to get too sort of confusing. But when you look at that picture, there is quite a lot of colour in there, and there are sort of variations within those colours to give interest as well. But there's lots of variety in mark making, and as long as I sort of keep to the golden rule of dark on dark, light on light, when I'm adding marks and things, I'm not going to disrupt this design, and I'm not going to make it too busy. Okay, now coming in with some dark again, and now I'm concentrating on the design again. I want to make it stronger in one area than in another, so that there's sort of a difference in weight in the composition. So there's a lot of detail in some of this area with the mark making and the detail coming through from the collage. So with the light and the dark paint, I can sort of eliminate some of that detail just to strengthen that design. So I create these strong contrasts between light and dark, and where there's detail that's sort of fighting for attention, I can push them back. They'll still be seen if you come in close, and they create sort of textural elements, but just sort of trying to clarify that design and make that the strongest part of this little painting is what I'm trying to do here. So as you can see, coming in with light or dark paint just to strengthen those contrasts and define those shapes more. And here I'm bringing in a red pencil, which is, I don't have any red in this so far, just sort of providing some detail in one little area that's different from what we've got in the rest of the painting. And that's the final design. So you can see a repetition of shape and areas that are more complex and sort of heavier, and then areas that are open and lighter. So that's how you find and establish good, strong design in an abstract composition, by keeping those really strong value contrasts between light and dark, nice and clear in the composition right from the beginning. And as you add details, you sort of push them back and just re-establish those strong contrasts all the way through. And this is a good exercise to try, so have a go.